In this video, we will do minimum number of coins coding challenge. So the interviewer could ask us to construct a function that accepts an amount and coins. And what we need to return is an integer, which represents the minimum number of coins. So in this case, we would return 3, right? The minimum number of coins that would generate 7 is 1 plus 2 plus 4, right? If our amount would be 8, we would return 2, because 4 plus 4 equals 8, right? Cool. So one way of solving this would be to use dynamic programming. And what basically dynamic programming is just a fancy word for saying that we will generate our results on each step. So baby steps until we get to the end, which represents our return value, right? So we generate DP array. DP is for dynamic programming. And we initialize all the values except the first one to 0. Why to 0? Because our indices represents the amount, and the value of the element represents the number of coins. So we know that, like, if you ask yourselves how many coins do we need to generate amount of 0, it's basically 0 coins. So that's it. And all the values are initialized to infinity. So this I represents infinity, because we don't know yet how many coins do we need. And first thing we can do is just use 1 coins with value 1 and update the values, right? So in this case, we can use either, so we're here. We can either use infinity or 1 coin of current coin, which is 1, plus a remainder, which is 0. And we see that 1 is less than infinity, so this would be 1, right? We can replace it with 1, which is what we expect, right? And we can do it for the other values. So for amount 2, we need 2 coins of 1, 3, and so on, like this. We do for the rest. And next one is the 2, coin with value 2. And we do the same for this value, right? We can either use the current's best value, which is 2, or we use the current coins, which is 1, plus remainder, which is 0. And we see that 1 is better than 2. And we just replace it. And we do the same for the rest, like this. When we come to coin with value 4, we start at index 4 here. And again, how many coins do we need to produce an amount of 4? Well, we need 2 coins. We basically can take 1 coin of 2 plus remainder, which is index 2. Here it's 1, so it's basically 2, like this. Cool. If this is not clear yet, we will see this in code. So yeah, it will be more clear then. Now, if we talk about time space complexity for this one, for this solution, we could say that time is of n times c. N is the amount, and the c is a number of coins. And for space, we would say that it's of n. N is the amount here. Cool. So let's look this solution in code. So we have amount, which is 7 coins. This is 1, 2, and 4. And if we print min coins, we should get back 3. Okay, so let's construct the function def min coins first we need to generate dp array, which is just float infinity times amount plus 1. We need plus 1 because our indexes will represent our amounts, and we know that array starts with 0, so yeah, that's why it's plus 1. And we know that amount 0, for amount 0 we need 0 coins, right? So this index represents amount, and value represents number of coins. So we need a loop. First loop will loop over coins, so for coin in coins. And then for I in range, we start with a coin value and then length of the DP, like this. And on each stage, we will update our DP, which is basically minimum between DP I and 1 plus the remainder, which is I minus coin, like this. And once we're done, we can just return DP amount. Cool. So let's just run this. It's 3, okay. And it's 2, which is what we expect. Cool. Just for understanding this dynamic programming, because like DP is pretty difficult at first. So let's print intermediate values. So we have coin. Like this, and let's print the initial value. Okay, so we first start with DP that starts with 0, and all the rest of the values are infinity, which is good. And then we see for coin with value 1, we need 1 coin to get to value 1, and to 2, and so on, right? And for value 3 is what we draw, like this is index 2. We updated the values either by taking 2 or 1 plus remainder, which is 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1, and minimum number between 1 and 2 is 1. And like whenever you have a hard time understanding stuff, just go print it out or debug it, and go through the code line by line. And it one day it will click. Like, just be persistent. So yeah, that's it for this one, and I see you guys next time. Bye.